Hey everyone, and welcome back to Esther ST. I hope that you're doing very well. In today's video, I want to talk about a topic called studying your own character. Now, what does it mean to practically study your own character? As we have started the new year, there are goals that we've set in place to fulfill, and there are also moments in time that we have been able to look at those goals and reflect on what we desire to achieve as the years go by. And as you're looking at the things that you want to achieve, your character is also being prepared as well to reach that expectation. Now, one of the things that I really enjoy doing, especially when I have quiet time, is to journal and to reflect on how my day went. I have a morning routine and I have an evening routine. And within that time frame of the day, I ask myself, what have I learned in that season? Has it affected my character? Has it made me change in a way that isn't good? Have I been able to reflect on my attitude towards others? Can I be honest with myself when I'm happy for others? And can I also understand the areas that I'm struggling with? I remember recently going to one of my life groups with some of my church, and we were speaking about discipleship. And alongside that, we broke out into what it means to truly check yourself. And when it comes to checking yourself, it's not always something that we want to do all the time. We want to feel like we can cover up our mess in order to get to the next level. But that's not how life goes. If you know someone that you love is in the wrong situation, you would gently speak to that person about it. Even if it does cost you that person, you would still do your part to ensure that person is aware of their actions. And when it comes to us, we find it very difficult to talk about the areas in our lives that we need to improve. And we want to have it all together. We want to look the part. But in the grand scheme of things, when it starts falling apart, that's when you need to look deep down within yourself and ask, is my character changing? Or am I out of alignment? Being out of alignment does not have to be a struggle. It's about starting with where you are and being completely honest about your journey. Whether that is to look back over your patterns and asking yourself, what is it that you need to learn about how you dealt with that situation? Has that triggered the way you see people? Has that triggered the way you see yourself? Is your character being built in the difficult moments? Are you overthinking? All these impact your character. Can you be confident to express who you are authentically? Do you have to always be defensive? Can you be real and relatable with other people? Can you also learn how to be still when people are speaking and sharing their opinions? Are you also aware that even though not everybody may be for you, you can still have a character of integrity and love towards those who you know don't have your best interests at heart? Because it's not what just I think about myself, but what is my environment, what is my community saying about me? This is why, from a business perspective, you receive testimonials and reviews on how your products or services met a client's or customer's needs. How was your character towards that person? Are you an honorable person? Are you a trustworthy person? Can people see value in what you say and what you do? Are you integral? Character is something that cannot be bought. You have to have it in you as it grows daily. And it takes time to build character. Why? Because it's your whole life. Even when you reach certain milestones, your character, even there, is being built. Because the higher you go, the more humble you must be. Never underestimating how far you've come and not looking down on people who are still on the level that you once were. We are all on a journey, and so is your character. And let's be real, when you're in times and seasons of transition, because you don't see your way through, it feels painful. You have to learn how to understand your character is being built. And that character will either sustain you or will take you higher to where you need to be. And I believe that there is the difference between character sustaining you for the now season and character also taking you to the next season. When you are asking for a promotion, when you're asking for more, are you prepared for the weight of what it takes? Are you ready to handle the responsibilities? Because at times we're asking for so much, and this is not wrong. I believe it's very important to ask for more because it means that you are in a position of expansion. But again, your character is going to be tested in those moments. Your character is going to be tested when you ask for that promotion, when you ask for that raise, when you ask for that husband or that wife. Your character is being stretched. Even when you think that you are capable of handling the next level. And the next level could be different to all of us. Somebody's next level is peace of mind. Somebody's next level is family unity. Somebody's next level is a loved one being healed. There are so many levels that we all want to get to, but the character. Now, when I think about David in the Bible, he had a character of humility. When he was the last to be seen and he was chosen to be the king of Israel and to also defeat Goliath, I don't believe he knew that he was called for that. At the time, he was known as the shepherd boy. And in those days, being known as that didn't really have value. But it's those moments where you don't think that you have value, that someone that you would not expect will call you because they know that you are valuable. Why? Your character attracts them to you. Your integrity speaks for you. And one of the greatest ways that you know you're building in character is when you don't need to announce yourself. There are moments where being celebrated for good brings that attraction. They're finding out, people will want to know, what is it about this person that attracts such an aura? There's such a unique light in them. Well, according to Matthew chapter 5, verse 16, it says, "Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father who is in heaven." There's a light that we carry in this world, even right now where you are. And I want to encourage those who are still believing but yet have not seen what they've been seeking for. I want to encourage you to never give up on the character that you have. It really pains me when I knew someone or I know someone that has such a great character, but ultimately decides to become toxic because life has become difficult. And I understand how that feels. But life should never change your character. Instead, life should make you keep pushing through and keep persevering, because on the other side of your character development, there your breakthrough is. You know, there's a photo that I really love, and if I can find it, I will, and I'll post it in this video. But it's of a carrot. In fact, 2 carrots. It's a cartoon. 2 people are standing in front of their carrots. There's one carrot that has a very small root, but at the bottom of the soil is a very big carrot. And the second one has a very long root, but at the bottom is a very small carrot. You would assume that the one that has the big root, the big stem, has the biggest carrot. But this was not the case. The one that had the small root, the small stem, had the biggest fruit that was not seen. And sometimes we want to portray ourselves as having a good character, but internally we know we don't. Internally, we still feel hateful. Internally, we don't pray for those who hurt us. Internally, we don't want to wish people well. But externally, we clap for people. We don't want to celebrate them publicly, so we celebrate them privately because we are somewhat insecure of their success. But those who are confident and knows that they're not doing that well are still able to celebrate others who are doing well. And may I tell you, that's when you are ready for your breakthrough. That is when you are ready to go to the next level, because you can celebrate people when you're not doing well or when it doesn't seem that the results are speaking for you. Character speaks in every season that you are in silent seasons, in abundant seasons, in elevating seasons, and also in seasons where you need to be alone. But when you put all those ingredients together, it's building your character, your patience, your self-control, your joy, your long-suffering. Think about all the fruits of the Spirit. As Galatians chapter 5, verse 22 to 23 talks about, these are the characteristics of what it is to have a good character. Because every single fruit has to be shown and seen in your life. When people communicate with you, do they get value? Or do they think that you're too in your own world, you're too in your own thoughts, you're too in your own mind and your feelings, which makes it difficult for you to relate to others? Because character is what will sustain you in those challenging moments. Not what you have, not the accolades that you've achieved. When you have a community of people that want to resonate with you, and you know that they are struggling in areas that you once were struggling in, they can look up to you because they know that you were in that season, and they can gain so much wisdom from that. But when you choose to ignore the negative characteristic flaws, whether that is not being able to say thank you or not being able to apologize when you do wrong, and that is a big one in our generation, admitting when you are wrong and apologizing for it. Saying sorry, saying I'm wrong is a sign of strength. Getting to the next level is not about trying to be the best or try to outdo other people, but it's about being the best in your own lane and in your own way. When you look at someone, you once saw them in one area, but now they're in another area. Can you take the time to understand their journey? Can you take the time to humble yourself and communicate with them and ask them, what key lessons did you learn in the process of building your journey? The one word that will come out of that conversation, I guarantee, is character. Even if it's not mentioned, character is a big word that will help you sustain the level that you're on. As a business owner that is approaching 6 years of running Authentic Worth, it has been because of character, purpose, integrity, transparency, vulnerability, through the books that have been published, through the stories that we've shared with our community, through taking the time to listen attentively to what our authors and clients need, being able to understand their personalities as well. Because the various clients that come our way all have different stories to share. Some are quite thought-provoking and moving than others, but you can tell that it's their character that has brought them this far to share their story and what they've had to endure. Some have been so personal that you could cry, because only they know how it feels to be a writer of their story. And until you know how it is to share those moments of vulnerability with others, you will not know what character building is about. Character building is never about pompousness and pride and showing off. It's about learning how to truly be humble and relatable to others, not thinking that you are better than anyone, but at the same time, learning how to guard your heart. The word of boundaries is very important, and character will give you that opportunity to set healthy boundaries, because that is what it is about. Life is so broad, and even though we plan for tomorrow, we need to learn how to build our character in today. Your character speaks for you before those opportunities come. I remember quite a while back, it was mentioned in a video that what you are looking for is looking right back at you. And that was so encouraging. That sometimes what we are seeking for is also saying, where is this person? There are grand opportunities out there, opportunities to be given to those who are intentional about seeing change and intentional about adding value in the lives of others. I spoke about value last week in my recent video about the power of value and how important it is to give it out to others. Your character is birthed from the value that you give. Your character is birthed from those hard, difficult moments and seasons that you go through. The moments that you can't even hide, no matter how much you try. Because what you've been through is not for you to hide. It's to share with the community that you are called for and help them. When you have got to a level that you have been praying for, you need to remember those who are behind watching you as well. That is what character building is about. Character building is not about being better than someone and showing off, but it's about humbling yourself and reminding yourself that if it wasn't for God who was on your side that gave you this opportunity, you would not be where you are today. And I can confidently say with everything in me that it has been the people that the Lord has brought into my life right now that has made me the Esther I am today. Or if I can say, the becoming woman, because I am a woman on a journey. And I want to encourage you, as you take the time to listen to this video, I want you to listen to it again and again and again. Your character is built in the becoming stages. Your character isn't just built when you've got that promotion, when you've got married, when you've got that deal, when you're able to travel and expand your business and expand your networks. But your character is also based on those times where it's been rough, when you've cried, when you've prayed and fasted, and yet you haven't seen results. But I want to encourage you. You're seeing me here. I am a living testimony to what God can do when you have the right character. Character building is so important. And I want you to take the time to look at your own life and be honest with yourself and ask, what areas do I need to improve? We all need improvements. And those improvements is about being real. If you have good people in your life, even if it's one or two confidants that you can share your heart with, do so. Don't keep the pain in alone. And I want you to remember that character building is doing yourself a favor more than you know, and building the next generation that are going to be watching you, knowingly and unknowingly. Remember, even right now, people are watching, and you want to give them something good to watch. So the more you build on your character, the more likely the favor will be there, and therefore it attracts further opportunities for you to grow and inspire and impact and influence others in your community. So that's it for now. Thank you very much for watching this video. Now over to you. What areas in your life are you struggling in your character? Have you had the time to actually talk to someone about the flaws that you may encounter? And if so, how have you found that? It'll be great to hear from you in the comment section below. I look forward to catching up with you in the upcoming video. Take care and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.